Hey dudes, can you hear me? Can you hear me, dudes? This is Sergey Baklikov from Chelyabinsk, Russia. You can hear me, correct? So yeah, you can hear me. You can hear me. So then let's get it started. 8th of August 2020. This is Saturday evening, not in St. Petersburg, not on Nevsky. Excuse me. It's not a Saturday night on Nevsky today. Here is no street musicians in St. Petersburg, but here is the severe city of Chelyabinsk. This is the 7th largest city in Russia, with a population of a little bit more than 1,100,000 residents. Okay, so let's get it started. Now here I'm on the streets, which is named after Sergei Kirov Street. He was one of the most significant politicians in the Soviet Union. The weather is good, pretty good. It's pretty warm. It's like plus 27 degrees Celsius. You know, they are actually forecasted the rain and even thunder. But now everything seems like pretty good. Yesterday here was a thunder and the rain. But yeah, I came, you know. And finally everything is okay, and there's even the sun. Local time 6:32 p.m. 6:32. Chelyabinsk, also known as Tankgrad, because in the years of the Second World War, they are produced a lot of tanks here, as a heavy tank KV-1, as a medium weight legendary T-34 tanks. And actually here in Chelyabinsk, on a base of Chelyabinsk tractor factory, they are produced 1/5 part of all the tanks for the Soviet army during the World War II. So like they had the biggest share of tank productions. But now, of course, they got back to production of just peaceful tractors. The tractors which are working on the fields of Russia, which is pretty great. However, you know, Chelyabinsk tractor factory is a part of Ural Vagon Zavod. And the Ural Vagon Zavod actually producing Armata tanks. Now this street, Kirov Street, it looks like a typical Soviet Union Prospect Avenue. It's good to see that trams are developed here as well, same as in Magnitogorsk. I think that trams are good. I love trams. Now here we are walking through the sidewalk in Chelyabinsk, all along 5-storied Khrushchev buildings. But something tells me that later we will see more like early Soviet Union buildings. Because, yeah, same as Magnitogorsk, the main development in Chelyabinsk came for the years of the Second World War and after. Being here in a Ural, Chelyabinsk also was the rear of the Second World War, and here they are evacuated a lot of factories and a lot of people. Back then, the population of Chelyabinsk in 1940s, in the years of Second World War, grown up from 250,000 residents to 670,000 residents. So it's like almost three times Almost. Hello everybody who keep joining. This is Sergey Baklikov. I continue my Ural road trip. This is already the fourth stage of my road trip. The first was when I traveled all along Volga, the towns on Volga, then the Golden Ring, then the Republic of Karelia, Leningrad region. Now this is Ural. I started yesterday with the town of Magnitogorsk. Ural region, which is located right in the middle of, if I can say so, central Russia and Siberia. I'm in the middle of central Russia and Siberia. The distance between Magnitogorsk and Chelyabinsk, 305 kilometers. So I drove no more, no less, but 305 kilometers. Came, got a rest in the hotel, and now started this broadcast, live stream. Damn, the rain is starting. I wonder if they are going to be correct in their forecast that today here have to be the rain, and not just the rain, but the rain with a thunderstorm. See, Mac, keep it up. We'll keep it up. Thank you, big time. For sure. The rain started. Not a big yet. Not a big yes. Come on. The rain started. Let's see how it will go. For now, it seems not that bad. It makes me really to worry. The rain in the very beginning of the live stream. Wow. Cleopatra. Cleopatra. That's where they're making the laser haircuts, or how to say this. The road works. they remove the layer of the road that then gets a new one. Dudes, I think that I will try to stay here a little bit under the tree and to wait when it will over the rain. Meanwhile, I think that we can make a little Q&A. Buffering now? Damn. By the way, it's not for the first time I noticed that the connection is getting worse when there's the rain. Unfortunately now here it's the rain. While I'm staying here under the tree, where it's pretty dry, the rain never come through. Let's make Q&A. Go buy an umbrella. I actually have an umbrella, but I'm not taking an umbrella with myself during the live streams because it's just uncomfortable to carry it with myself. I told you that I'm bringing the live streams to a whole new level, and everything goes as it goes, including this rain. They are forecasted the rain. Unfortunately, it started, but they also forecasted the thunderstorm. I hope that at least the thunderstorm will not start it. Whoa, and now the rain is really big. How is Vika? Is she feeling better? Yes, she's feeling good now. Run to cafe. Well, it's not a big deal to stay here. I'm actually staying under the tree and I don't feel even a single drop on me. Andreina Bello, thanks for showing us the real Russia, dudes. Thank you so much. What do you mean Roman NKFZ? No, I will not. Pioneer Sergey. Yes, I'm a pioneer. I'm a pioneer of the live streams of life, real West Russia. He can buy a poncho for the rain. Look, the rain is really huge. I don't know if you can see this, but it is. Sergey is making live streaming great again. I'm just bringing this to the whole new level. What I'm talking about, what it used to be the live streams before. You say the live streams, but you suppose this is the live streams of the gamers, of the let's players who just play the games, correct? But now I show that you can make the live streams of just the real life, of just being everywhere in the streets. The only condition you need a good LTE, 4G or at least 3G plus internet. Sergey, do you love saying Chelyabinsk? Well, it's not that I love it or hate it. I just say this. Hot summer rain is exciting. Yeah, now it's really huge rain. Look at this. How long did it take from Magnitogorsk to Chelyabinsk? Well, it is taking like 4 hours and 30 minutes. But I guess with my stop in the middle of the way for petroleum station and for a coffee, it was like 5 hours, 5 hours. Because I never hurry much, you know, I just drive mostly like 95 kilometers, maybe 100 kilometers an hour, but sometimes even less. Will you stay in this city overnight? Yes, in all the cities I stay overnight. I make the live stream, then I go to the hotel. It's same as it was when I have visited and the Volga towns and the Golden Ring. So in the evening, in my evening, I'm making the live stream. Then I go sleep. I'm waking up in the morning and I go to the next town, to the next place. And then in the next evening, I already making the live stream from another place. The rain is keep going, but we have a possibility to make Q&A from Chelyabinsk. I never thought that I will making the questions and answers staying here in Chelyabinsk under the tree. That's really exciting. Look. And this is pretty good tree because really the rain is not pouring. Let me show you. Look, absolutely dry here. Look there, everything wet, you see? And I'm here, and not a single drop of the rain here. So that is life, and that's why I love the road trips. Because such a thing could happen only during the road trip. You know that I appeared here in Chelyabinsk and I'm staying here, and I have, but we have like several minutes of questions and answers. Normally I can't respond like most of the questions while I'm walking, because I'm walking, I'm looking for the composition of the frame, the composition of the video, how everything looks like, and I'm talking, I'm telling this story, and I just, you know, like just stupidly just watching my step. But now, while I'm here, while the rain going, let's keep questions and answers going, okay? Yeah, don't forget to thumbs up. Don't forget to like this video. Today you saw the rain in Chelyabinsk. Chelyabinsk, the gates of Siberia. It's not considered as Siberia, but geologically it is considered as the border between Ural, where we are now, and Siberia. You won't find a better rain watching live stream. Punch the like button. Huge time. Yes, I support this. I support this suggestion. What will we see today? We will see Chelyabinsk, you know, the streets of Chelyabinsk, and we'll find more about it because it's really interesting. This is one of the largest cities of Russia, 7th largest city of Russia, and definitely one of the biggest in Ural region. Should be rainbow. Yeah, like, you know, really there's the sun. The temperature is like plus 27 degrees. It's very, very warm. Very warm. But the rain, freaking rain. Rainbow over Lenin statue. Oh yeah, yeah. That was awesome when the rainbow over Lenin statue was in Moskovsky Prospect in St. Petersburg when, like about a week ago, I used to show that to you. My daughter is okay today. Thank you. Very good for nature. Yes. Like we have the saying that in Russia that there is that the nature doesn't have a bad weather. There is no bad weather for nature. Sergey, do you ever use security, have a bodyguard, or do you take care of things on your own? Come on, what is security? What a bodyguard. Sean, I know that you're watching my videos for a long time, and you saw that never it feels like dangerous at all. Do you like Leonid Brezhnev's eyebrows? Not like, not hate. It's just his eyebrows. Wow, the rain is keep going. What is your next city? I think the next city is going to be Tumen. Sergey is special forces trained with a camera. That's funny, I thought. Sergey always has a cyanide capsule in his collar. Suddenly he is captured by gopniks. I'm really surprised that you guys still believe in gopniks. This is a shame. You're right, Sergey. I have been watching for years and never seen any issues. I was curious to see how you would answer it all. Okay, okay. The rain is keep going. Look at that puddles. Those who just joined, let me tell you that we are in Chelyabinsk today. This is the second point of my new road trip. At this time, this is the road trip over the Ural region of Russia. The second city. The first yesterday was the town of Magnitogorsk, and now this is Chelyabinsk. Chelyabinsk, the seventh largest city of Russia. It is also known as Tankgrad or Tankograd, and the gates to Siberia. Chelyabinsk, Chelyabinsk. Yes, during the Second World War, they are readapted the famous Chelyabinsk tractor factory into the factory which produced the tanks. They were making as a heavy tanks KV1, as the medium tanks, the legendary T-34 tanks. Ronalds, the United States is the freest country on earth, and if other countries don't believe this, we will be forced to destroy them. That's the message from Ronald. Thank you that you're not forgetting about the super chats and super stickers, and also never forgetting to contribute to the road trips, the Ural road trip at my webpage realrussiablog.com/Ural. Because I already explained you that exactly the super chat messages and super stickers, they are forming the budget for all these road trips where we all together finding out more about Russia. So I'm not putting all the super chats into my pockets, but I invest this all the time into exploring the new places. So that's how happens that for the last less than 2 months I already visited so many towns, cities, villages, and just places. You know, you remember I started in Ufa, then went to Samara, then Ulyanovsk, Sviazhsk, Kazan, Cheboksary, Nizhny Novgorod, Moscow, then all the Golden Ring, Sergiev Posad, Переславль-Залесский, Rostov the Great, Yaroslavl, Kostroma, Ivanovo, Suzdal, Vladimir. Then I went again to St. Petersburg, and then there was the third stage of the road trip to the Republic of Karelia, lakes Ladoga and Onega, Petrozavodsk, Kizhi Islands, the villages Kilerma and Kindesovo, Ruskialo Park, which was made on a place of a former marble quarry. Also Ivangorod in Leningrad region, which is right on the border with Estonia, next to Narva River, and the town of Narva, Estonian town of Narva, Vyborg again, Pskov, Novgorod the Great, and now here, this is the Ural tour, Magnitogorsk, and now this is Chelyabinsk. And forwards yet we will see Tyumen, Yekaterinburg, Perm, Kirov, Vologda. That's it. And actually we're really making this all together. Because as you see, I'm not making any advertisements. Everything is based on a fund funding. So thank you that you're not forgetting about the super chats. The rain seems like became quieter, and I hope that will finish soon. Now it doesn't seem quieter, getting bigger again. Will you go to Kamchatka? Peter, one day I definitely will go to Kamchatka. I will go to Far East. I will go to Siberia and more, and to the south of Russia. But not sure when exactly it will happen. You see, I just like all the time making the live streams. So I collecting, saving up the money. As soon as I have enough of money, I go to the next road trip. Like for example, before Ural, you remember I came to St. Petersburg, and for more than a week I was just streaming from St. Petersburg. It was mostly my walks through Nevsky, and this is where I hadn't to pay the money for renting the car, for the petrol, for eating in the restaurants, so I was able saving up the money. When I saved up enough to go, well, I started the road trip, the next road trip, already the fourth stage. The rain keep going, and we can keep going our questions and answers. However, many people are walking. Yeah, people in Chelyabinsk are tough. Yeah, they are tough. Maybe I will try to walk a little. Weeds legal there? No, it's not legal. It's not legal in Russia. Let's keep going. I think I'm gonna get to that side. Kirov streets. That's where I'm walking now. Yeah, now it seems like it's almost over, which is pretty good. Hey from Ural, Aurora White. Hello from Ural too. This is, by the way, the South Ural. This part is considered as the southern parts of Ural. Do most people live in apartments in Chelyabinsk? Yes, in the towns, in the cities of Russia, in the cities, people are mostly living in the apartments, or to say, condos. Because many times I've heard that the foreigners may understand apartments wrong. Apartments, it's like, because in the West, many people understand apartments like this is the rentals, the flats that people rent. But here, most people own them. We keep walking Chelyabinsk. It's pretty good that the rain is over and seems like not going to stop. There's really nice church there, an Orthodox church. By the way, the biggest population here is Russians, 86%. Then goes Tatars, Bashkirs, and a little bit of Ukrainians, Belarusians. I mean the people of Belarus, Belarusians, or how to say, I must say Belarusian, Belarusian, okay. And here is also 0.65% of so-called Russian Germans. So from the point of view of religious, here is everything like in most of Russia, in the Urals. It's priority of an Orthodox Christianity. However, most of Tatars, they are Sunni Muslims, so-called Sunni Muslims. Ronald's NFKRZ is a liberal Russia hater. Belarusian, okay, Belarusian. So the Belarusians, Ukrainians are minority here. Mostly Russians, 86%. Is that a church? Yes, it looks like a church. It seems like, at least. How is the connection now, dudes? Let me know if today you're getting the picture pretty good. I think it must be pretty good because this is the city, seventh largest city, and in such a places usually they have a pretty good connection, which is like 4G plus LTE up to 300 megabit per second. Chelyabinsk. It's one of the biggest industrial centers of Russia. Also known as the capital of South Ural and Tankgrad. Also known as gates to Siberia. Tankgrad because they are produced a lot of tanks. 1/5 of the tanks for the Soviet army were produced here. And look, if to get back to yesterday's live stream in Magnitogorsk, they probably were getting the steel for the tanks from Magnitogorsk. And here they were just assembly them. Chelyabinsk. It is also located on the... Whoa. I love the sound of the bell. I love it. It seems like there was just a service there because so many people now just got out of the church. By the way, notice that all the ladies goes with their heads covers. In Orthodox Christianity, there is no such requirement for men. So if you're a man, you can go with your heads completely opened, uncovered. But the ladies, they must have their head covers. Okay, after the bell sounds, let's keep walking. This is Chelyabinsk. I have 9 seconds. I think it's enough for me. Let's hurry up. Okay. That's good, that's good. I actually already had, for the last 2 seconds, I already had the red lights. I already had the red lights, but they all were keep standing. That's because now many traffic lights here works with a delay. This is, how to say, it's a block. This is a block against those who hurry up so much. You know, all those lovers to go when it's like the last seconds of the red light, okay? So special against such a people, there is the delay. Well, for pedestrians, this is already the red light. I mean, yeah, like, but still the red line for them as well. So they are keep staying, and it lets the people, they let people who are yet finishing the crossing to finish the cross. That's the circus. Look, here in Ural, you will find a lot of different stuff, a lot of different names, which are connected with Ural, Siberia, or Ural, Siberia, Europe, and Asia, or Eurasia. So here is the trading complex, something like a little mall, which is called Europe, Asia. Because we are actually in a unique place. It's really hard to say where exactly all those borders between Europe and Asia, if we talk about the continents. The thing is, Europe and Asia, it's not the governments, so they like don't have the exact borders, but they only have like imaginary border, approximate border. And so here in Chelyabinsk, from one side here goes like the border between Europe and Asia, and in the same time between Ural and Siberia. It's pretty interesting. Well, circus. Советский цирк, советский цирк, та-да-та-да. Цирк, circus, цирк, 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 цирк. And actually, that circus have at least one clown run away. You know who I'm talking about, okay? I'm sorry I ran away. Okay, here is a super chat from Manu Tewari. Most of my 2020 travels are with Sergey. I recently read a book on Chelyabinsk called Putin Country, and now seeing it live. Go, Sergey. Yeah, I go. So come on, let's go. Let's lose control and do it all night till we can do it no more. Let's keep walking. Chelyabinsk. The center of South Ural, and this is really true. Break on through to the other side. Chelyabinsk. Now it seems like the architecture becoming more and more interesting. More a joker than a clown. Yeah. Neoclassical architecture. Yeah, I told you that. I have a feeling that we will see more of Stalinist architecture, because the sound was also pretty much developed in 1950s, end of 1940s, beginning of 1950s, because, you know, I told you that because of the war, Chelyabinsk was the rear of the war. And here, only for 4 years of the war, the population grown up from 270,000 to 650,000. 650,000 residents. Yes, I'm not in St. Petersburg. This is not a St. Petersburg Saturday night, but yeah. However, I'm trying to bring some of that mood. Look, here is seems like not a reason, the whole of organ and chamber music. It is called Rodina, motherland. Whoa. Look, Stalinist empire. God damn it! Whoa, Nicholas Pedestrian, all the time supporter. Wow, again. Nicholas, thank you once again for this contribution. Nicholas is a pretty interesting person, supporting all the time, making big supports, but never say anything. The man of the deal. Euro Titans, the show hasn't started until Sergey sings. Yeah. I'm sure once this is the whole of organ music, I need to sing something like this. Do 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 do. Chelyabinsk, not in Siberia. It's in Ural. Chelyabinsk is the gates to Siberia, but not a Siberia. It's the Ural, South Ural to be exact. And this is the capital of South Ural. Ural, yeah. Who the hell wanted so-called not touristy Russia? So now you're getting it. Yesterday Magnitogorsk, today Chelyabinsk. That's the real deal. Ural, industrial center, Chelyabinsk. Do you know that actually, same as Magnitogorsk, Chelyabinsk even more industrial because the factories here everywhere. Actually, the factories are located right inside of the city. Unfortunately, because of this, the situation with ecology compared to other towns of Russia is not that good. But come on, you can't avoid it. You can't avoid it having such productions, such factories here. Here is the Chelyabinsk tractor factory, which is pretty huge. Here is iron and steel works. Here is electric plants, and more and more. Do 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 do. Look at that. They have Ferris wheel. I guess normally you can get to the Ferris wheel. Maybe now it's not working because here is some pandemic restrictions still in action. Yeah, I now recalled Bach just because here is the whole of an organ and chamber music. By the way, I still never mentioned that actually Chelyabinsk is located around the Mias River. This is Mias River. It's actually kind of long river, Mias. So this way we have Chelyabinsk traditionally as the town which is founded on the bank of the river. And by the way, that's the historical museum of Chelyabinsk. And look, it looks interesting, like 1960s design. You remember the pavilion in All Russia Exhibition Center, WWII in Moscow? So the roof reminds me like that, so it's like the end of 1960s, it seems. Maybe the very beginning of 1970s. That's interesting. And there is the new neighborhoods. Those pretty tall, like 25, 30-story buildings. Okay, let's keep going. We have a lot to explore yet. We have a lot to explore yet. And this is the monument to Stolypin. It's a pretty significant Soviet politician. He was the creator of many great reforms back then. For example, agricultural reforms. Stolypin. Oh yeah, SARS. I mean, yes, from time to time I mess it up. Just misspoke. Soviet, Russian Empire, Russian. I like all the time keep in my mind three epochs. Russian Empire, pre-revolutionary era, Soviet era, like new Russian era. And actually, even the Soviet periods, I divide on early Soviet periods and late Soviet periods. Yes, Stolypin was an imperial Russian prime minister and the creator of many initiatives, or to say reforms. By the way, here on every lamppost, here is the speakers. So while people are walking here, they are listening to the music. But it doesn't seem like they are listening to the chamber music. I think that I would fire the music director of the playlist of this park, because come on, there is Stolypin. There is neoclassical hall of chamber and organ music, and here sounds some rock. I mean, I like rock, you know, but here, to make it more thematical, you need to play the chamber music and organ music. Come on. I would fire him. I would kick his ass off. I really would kick his ass off, you know, because this must be a completely thematical square or park. I don't know, call it whatever you want. So need to fire him, need to kick his ass off. Same as sometimes I kick the asses of a freaking trolls here on this mofo channel. Mias River, once again, let me remind you that this is Mias River, this is Mias River, this is Mias River, and this is Mias River. This is Chelyabinsk, this is Chelyabinsk, this is Chelyabinsk, this is Chelyabinsk. And look, this is the gallery, the Museum of Arts. Pretty cultural building. That's where everybody must come for a culture, to learn more about the culture. When you know more about the history and about the culture, you are becoming a more educated person. More educated. You need to be educated. Okay? By the way, here is the directions to Ekaterinburg, Kostanay, and Ufa. It's interesting that actually Chelyabinsk many years ago used to be a part of so-called Ufa province. Back then, there wasn't the Republic of Bashkortostan, but there was like Ufa province, and Chelyabinsk was a part of it. I mean, yeah, again, I said not really correct information. But no, yeah, Ural province. Ural province, yes, yeah, everything is okay. And look who we see here. Sergei Prokofiev. Sergei Prokofiev. It's really interesting to see that Sergei Prokofiev has his monument here. Prokofiev. This is one of the most significant Russian composers ever. And not only like composers in Russia, but in the whole world. For example, now you can go to, let's say, the schedule of Carnegie Hall. You can go to the schedule of Munich Philharmonic. You can go to I don't know, the London Symphony Orchestra schedule, and you will see that definitely, at least like once in a couple of weeks, there will be a Sergei Prokofiev. He wrote, for example, Romeo and Juliet, opera and ballads. I recommend you to start learning Prokofiev with his piano concerto number 2. Prokofiev is one of my favorite composers. Yeah, one of my favorites too. It's a big time. Sergei Prokofiev lived in St. Petersburg. Prokofiev. Big time. Listen to his piano concerto number 2. Romeo and Juliet. By the way, he died exactly in one day with Joseph Stalin. He hated Stalin, and unfortunately he never found out that he's died, because they are died in the same day. Yes, I mean day, exactly same day. Not only like in the same date, but same day, same year, 1953. By the way, you remember like about 7, 8 years ago, there was the meteorite falling down, and like all the news resources were telling about it. That is it. It's a Chelyabinsk meteorite. It is falling down on Chelyabinsk. Chelyabinsk is as tough as it is attracts even the meteorite to fall down here. Abu Hamid al-Ghazali, people should learn of Tyrann Lincoln before studying Putin. The message from Abu al-Ghazali. Thank you big time. And look, that's the historical drama theater. And let's keep walking. Chelyabinsk. Chelyabinsk. Da-da-da-da-da. Chelyabinsk. Chelyabinsk, 7th largest city. Россия, Ural. You wanted non-touristy Russia? Here it is, Chelyabinsk, Ural. More of classical architecture, which is pretty good. The restaurant Старый Yerevan. This is Chelyabinsk. This is Chelyabinsk. And this is the monument to the founders of the town of Chelyabinsk. These guys founded Chelyabinsk in 1736. Look at them. Chelyabinsk. By the way, one of the founders is Bashkir, because this land used to belong to one Bashkir guy, and he actually gave away this land to the founders of Chelyabinsk. By the way, Chelyabinsk actually was founded back then to control this territory of Ural, to control the trading ways from central Russia to Siberia. And here is Bashkir, living in a Republic of Bashkortostan, around Bashkirs for all of my life. I easily can recognize the face of Bashkir. So he gave away the land, but the Russian government back then, Russian Empire government, freed up the residents here, the Bashkir, indigenous Bashkir residents, from the tax. This is, as I told you, drama theater. There's an art gallery, and here is drama theater. Some modern architecture. Not bad. The football sculpture, hands, ball, and a cup. Goalkeeper's cap. Wow, the come on, the monument to video camera. Yes, it is. God, that's, well, the video camera, which is already considered like an old school, but I guess it's just was opened many years ago. This actually we appears in the pedestrian streets where people of Chelyabinsk enjoying their weekends. So this is a Saturday night in Chelyabinsk, Saturday night life in Chelyabinsk. Chelyabinsk такой. More of classical architecture. I love it. I love it. Seems like a former merchant house for sure. The merchants in Russian Empire, they all had the houses like this. On the first floors, they had their stores, their malls, and on the second floor, that's actually where the merchant himself and his family lived.
Сама заполнила анкету ВНК.
This is the monument to an old school firefighter. Back then, it is maximum what they could bring in terms of water. And it seems like here on Saturday, Friday nights, they even have their own street musicians here in Chelyabinsk. The carriage. The street musicians. It's not the whole bands like in St. Petersburg. but better than nothing, okay?
Нас ждет море пробит молчание, жажда жить, слушать сердца одна. Только жизнь здесь ничего не стоит, жизнь других, но не твоя.
This is also interesting composition. It's like street artists, and here right away you can see his painting.
От края до края, небо в огне сгорает, и в нем исчезают все надежды и мечты. Но ты засыпаешь, и ангел тебе светает, смахнет твои слезы, и во сне смеешься ты. Засыпай.
Чебуречная number one. Modern architecture. Чебурек. 30 centimeters. Wow, that's huge. By the way, it's pretty good that the rain is over. They forecasted with 90% probability it will be the rain and thunderstorm. The flashlights, but nothing for now, which is pretty good. Whoa, look at this. Not to the left, I mean, but this. That's an awesome mural dedicated to Blücher. Василий Блюхер. Nice work. Nice mosaics. Whoa. Awesome, awesome. And this guy looks like Alexander Rosenbaum. The monument dedicated to the soldiers of Afghanistan, the Soviet soldiers in Afghanistan. Clean cities of Russia. Yeah, yeah. Now you can see that even in the Urals they are clean, because when I was not traveling that much, or almost not traveled, some mofos used to tell me that, well, yeah, of course it's clean. He's only showing like a big cities like Ufa, St. Petersburg, Moscow. Now you saw that recently I was showing a lot of small towns, absolutely non-touristy towns, and it was clean there as well. You guys have to stop to believe that here we are in Russia, dirty motherfuckers. Another merchant house. Where now there's the store. Our city is far from St. Pete and Moscow welcoming American tourists. Look, imagine that if you would walk like this, nobody would care if you're American or European or Asian. Nobody care. It's some compensation of Rubinstein for you. Of no Rubinstein, I mean. McDonald's. Standalone McDonald's. Standalone, I mean the McDonald's which was initially constructed as McDonald's. That's McDonald's in Russian language. By the way, this seems like 0 kilometer point of Chelyabinsk. 0 kilometer point. And look, here is the coat of arms of this city. It is loaded camel, because many centuries ago, through the territory of nowadays Chelyabinsk, here went a part of the Great Silk Way. Great Silk Way, okay? Pretty Betty. You know, they have an American diner here in Ural, and you're asking if people here We love Americans.
И до того я в это верю, что трудно мне тебя не ждать. Весь день, не отходя от двери, за это можно все отдать. Не отрекаются любя, ведь жизнь кончается не завтра. Я перестану ждать тебя, а ты придешь совсем внезапно. Не отрекаются любя, не отрекаются любя.
So Saturday night live in Chelyabinsk. Here goes as well.
Вот и подошел к концу наш вечер. Наше выходное выступление в
Челябинск.
Челябинске, на самой красивой улице нашего города. Спасибо, Tankgrad бар. 8 часов у них начинается программа. Но и пусть миром правит любовь. Мир придуман так, что ничего нельзя в нем изменить. Чтоб над нами каждый день вставало солнце и садилось. И Господь всем людям на планете завещал любить. Сотни лет прошло, но в мире ничего же не изменилось. И все пусть миром правит любовь, как было и так будет вновь, покажут на свете люди. Пусть миром правит любовь,
Spider-Man.
и не нужно лишних слов, как было и всегда так будет. Очень нелегко кто-то сказать.
Wow, the monument to Tankman. Of course, here have to be the Tankman, because Chelyabinsk is what? Chelyabinsk is Tankgrad.
Дорогие друзья, обещайте, что ровно через неделю мы встретимся с вами. Сегодня для вас солисты Челябинской государственной филармонии и наш Илья Алексеев. Спасибо за то, что вы нас поддерживаете, за то, что вы нас поддерживаете. Я вам хочу сказать, если хоть что-то сегодня осталось в ваших сердцах, то больше награды для себя я не желаю. Спасибо! Миром правит любовь, как было и как будет вновь, покажет он себе люди. Пусть миром правит любовь, и не нужно лишних слов, как было и всегда так будет. Мы благодарим наших друзей, Tankgrad. Спасибо вам огромное за то, что вы нас принимаете.
Street artists. Chelyabinsk. Those who just joined, let me tell you that we are today exploring Chelyabinsk. This is the biggest city of Chelyabinsk region. Yeah, it's logic. And I continue my Ural road trip. This is already the second location. Yesterday I went to Magnitogorsk. Today I'm in Chelyabinsk. Look, this is the mall of the end of 19th century. Now walking through the pedestrian street, and it looks pretty nice. The weather is great, no rain. Well, when I started an hour ago, the rain started also, but now it's good. Chelyabinsk. It's the seventh biggest city of Russia with almost 1.2 million residents. One of the biggest industrial centers of the country. It is also known as the capital of South South Ural, and also Tankgrad, because in the years of World War II they are produced 1/5 part of all the tanks back then for the Soviet army. Chelyabinsk also known as the gates to Siberia, because it is located in the geological border of Ural and Siberia on a bank of Mias River that we saw today. It is founded in 1736. At first as a small fortress, and to 19th century became the biggest, one of the biggest trading centers in Russia, and the biggest trading center exactly here in the Ural region. And one of the reasons actually why Chelyabinsk was created, that's because the Russian Empire government, they wanted to control these parts of the land, because this is right in the middle of the central Russia and Siberia. And actually here, for example, there was a threat from Mongols. Here was even the threat from Bashkir warriors, the Bashkir, gangs back then, who used to steal the the stuff that went from central Russia to Siberia, and vice versa. One of the most significant industries here in Chelyabinsk, it's Chelyabinsk tractor factory. And that's exactly where, in the years of World War II, they are readapted the production of tractors to the production of the tanks. And if to get back to what I showed yesterday, Magnitogorsk, probably they were getting the steel from Magnitogorsk, which is in 305 kilometers from here. Because today exactly I drove 305 kilometers from Magnitogorsk and I came here. Also, you know, in 1782, the doctors in the leadership of Dr. Andreevsky, they learned the anthrax, which is also here known as Siberian anthrax. And those doctors were the ones who invented the antidote for it. To be exact, the serum. But the modern developments of Chelyabinsk, it is got in the end of 19th century, when in 1892, by an order of Tsar Alexander III, they are connected Chelyabinsk with Moscow through the railway, through the railroads. So it's a big deal, you know. And more than that, 4 years after, they are connected yet Chelyabinsk with Yekaterinburg, also with the railroad, so-called Ural mining railroads. And look, what does it mean actually when Chelyabinsk got the railroads from Yekaterinburg to Chelyabinsk and from Chelyabinsk to Moscow? They started just to serve so many stuff that went from Ural and from Siberia to Moscow. And look, this is the law council of the Chelyabinsk region. And I really like this building. It looks like it's late constructivism on its stage of switching to the neoclassical again. So yeah, they can also take, it's like in St. Petersburg, they have their law council. And exactly for this region, they can have some of their own laws. The only, how to say, the only condition that these laws don't have to go against the federal law. And look, from this side, from this end of the street, it's a Kirov Street. It seems like the very beginning of, or the very end. Here is such a gate, and again there is the coat of arms where there's the loaded camel. It reminds that here was the life way before Chelyabinsk, as Chelyabinsk even was founded in 1736. Many centuries ago, on the territory of nowadays Chelyabinsk, here was the part of a Great Silk Way. I already told you about this. And here is the monument to the city manager. The first city manager. Pretty good, pretty good. And here is a really monument. That's awesome. It looks like those buildings on Tverskaya in Moscow. Now look at this constructivism. Whoa, big time. And now let's go to the Square of Revolution. There I have a nice surprise for Ronald. pedestrian underpass. I hope now the connection will not get lost there. I think I got back. Wow, this is awesome. Now here is an arbitrage court. Arbitrage court. Or how to say, arbitrage. And this is a people's house, so-called people's house. People's house, back then it means like the house made for people, for their cultural education. So no wonder now it is turned into the youth theater. Youth theater. Okay? And once again, this is arbitrage court. And this building in a style of constructivism, which looks like Hotel Bashkiria in Ufa, but here it's a law council of Chelyabinsk region, law council. I love this. It seems like the beginning or the middle of 1930s. Whoa. Whoa. Look, and this residential building looks exactly like one of those right on Tverskaya Street. Yes, but it's not exactly the police. This is the road police, which is actually like a little bit different than police. I mean, like they all the same belong to the Russian police, but these departments mostly only into the how to say, responsible for a road. Those they are, however, also the policemen. They are policemen. And if needed, they can join the regular police operations. But normally, on a regular basis, they are working only on traffic. Yes, the road traffic. So here is the Square of Revolution, and that's a big surprise for Ronald, as I promised. A huge statue of Lenin. Very huge. The sign there to Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, from the workers of Chelyabinsk. And yeah, seems like this is the main parade square. The main parade square. Here is enough of room for the tanks. And I'm sure that during the Victory Day parade, they have the tanks here because Tankgrad. Tankgrad definitely must have the tanks on the parades. You remember even Samara has enough of tanks. You remember how it was absolutely awesome when I was in Samara, and I was telling you like bye, see you tomorrow, and immediately we saw how just on the street of Samara, right where I was staying on a balcony, there went all those tanks. That was epic. One of the most epic moments of 2020, I think. Lenin. Thanks to Comrade Lenin for our happy childhood. That's what the pioneers in Russia used to learn at schools. Я ленинцем стать, настоящим хочу, чтоб смело смотреть мне в глаза и лечу. Oh, the super chat from Артем Тавердян. Я видел тебя в Якутово, почему не заехал в Абзаково? It just was out of my plan. Не получилось. I'm sorry. В следующий раз. Look, this place looks awesome from the points of view of architecture. Look at this. How do you like it? Would you like to visit Chelyabinsk? Hey Ronald, hope you enjoy. Now this square of revolution, Площадь Революции, will turn to the theatrical square. And look, this is a singing or dancing fountain. I guess it's singing, it's called singing fountain. And here it sounds classical music, which is much better. You remember what I told you that there on the square where was Stolypin and where was the organ and chamber music hall, but there was sound the rock on each lamppost. Each lamppost there has the speakers, and there was the rock I love rock, but I said that it must be thematical parts, and I said that the music director there who make the playlist must be freaking fires. And look how great it is that here it's more thematic. Now the time for next composition, or what? I think it's cool. So this is like the theatrical square, and the music here is thematic. Not like there, where is the chamber and organ music hall, where sounds rock. I mean, once again, rock is nice, but not there. Whoa, Ryan Bellalong, love your videos. Do more videos of St. Petersburg. And I hope your daughter is doing better. My daughter is okay. And yeah, like, believe me, there will be way more videos from St. Petersburg yet. I think that's for sure already on Saturday. I will get back to St. Petersburg. But now let's just enjoy the moments in Ural. Thanks once again for such a great contribution. Absolutely awesome. Wow, and now what it is? Look, they even have song dedicated to the Square of Revolution. They're singing La 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 la, Square of Revolution. Cool, cool. And there's the Chelyabinsk Drama Theater. That's why this square called Theatrical Square. Yeah, yeah. Go forward, little girl. On a meeting with an awesome art. Okay? Enjoy the time. Россия. Россия. Россия, величие, мощь, невероятнейшая глубина истории, культуры, архитектуры, промышленности, научной мысли. Это шикарно. Россия. Whoa, I love. Here is a lot of trolley buses like this. Such an old school trolley buses. I love them. This is awesome. If you never got what I just said, if you never got what I just said in Russian language, let me tell you once again. Россия, Russia. Величие, greatness, мощь, power. Russia, it's a greatness and power. It's unbelievable depth of a history, culture, architecture, industry, science minds, scientific minds, and the labor. Россия. Необходимо это очень отчетливо понимать. You have to keep it pretty clear. You have to admit it. Wow, unbelievable depth of architecture. Россия. Россия. Необходимо очень четко все осознавать. Очень четко. You have to keep it pretty clear. Wow. Now here drama theater goes through the renovation, which is always good. recently, no matter where we are, the renovations goes everywhere. Which is pretty good. And this is another monument, more like an art monument, art composition, art statue, how to say, which is also the art object dedicated to the symbol of the city, loaded camel. Loaded camel symbolized that this land, the land of nowadays Chelyabinsk, yet many centuries ago, was a part of a great Silk Way. And awesome Stalinist buildings. That's for sure. For sure. Meanwhile, I've got another super chat message from Fred Sobel. How are you able to hold several pounds of camera gear for so many hours every day? Don't your muscles get tired? Thanks to you, I'm in love with RU, what means Russia. Well, I don't know. I don't think about it. I just hold it. And it's actually not, how to say, as heavyweight as you may think, because actually now I use the phone, an iPhone and stabilizer. I mean, yeah, like, it's actually annoying, but I don't think about it because I'm getting entertained and inspired with the process, with what is stuff I'm getting thankful to this. And I just stopped thinking about it, and it is not harassing me anymore. Okay? That's what it is all about. And awesome administrative Stalinist buildings. There is several type of Stalinist architecture. The residential buildings, administrative buildings, railway stations, theaters, movie theaters. But this is the residential building next to that administrative building. So you would like to come to Chelyabinsk? And awesome Stalinist architecture. This is a big time, I think. Awesome. Another little square. Zwilling. To say honest, I'm not sure who is Zwilling, but I think he was pretty significant for exactly Chelyabinsk, because there is also here is also this one of central streets named after him, and I never heard this last name before. Theater mannequin. Yeah, but maybe somebody in the comments now will make a quick look and will tell who is Zwilling. Chelyabinsk. Chelyabinsk. Welcome everybody, welcome to Ural and to Chelyabinsk. If you want to watch not a deadbeat Russia. You know, you often was telling me like, hey, show non-touristy Russia. However, when it comes to for foreign people to visit Russia, they all goes to Moscow and St. Petersburg. By the way, this is the street named after Zwilling, to whom was dedicated that statue. Where is that city? This is Chelyabinsk region, Russia, and this is South Ural region of Russia. It's in between of Central Russia and Siberia, right in between of this. It's only like 250 kilometers from Yekaterinburg, but it's kind of far from Moscow. It's almost 1,900 kilometers far from Moscow. Renovations of the facade, pretty good. Let's make a quick look at the courtyard. Some parking lots, trees, playgrounds. I used to say this many times and will tell once again for what I love this old residential buildings. They are not tall and there is not many apartments. And here inside everything is enough, let's say enough of parking lots for people to park right here inside. And in the same time here also enough of space for like square here inside, the trees, greenery, playgrounds. It's not like now modern neighborhoods where definitely not enough of parking lots for 25, 30-story buildings they are constructing. What the hell? What the hell? How comes that? Why it's all your who give the approval for such a new neighborhoods where there is no enough of parking lots for the amounts of the apartments that they are constructing? What the hell? What the hell? Tell me, or I now will frigging beat off all the shit out of you. You tell me. The prospects of Lenin. Lenin Prospect, Lenin Avenue. Prospect, that's actually means avenue. Tracker. Come on. And this is the store, which is called Children's World or Kids World. Huge store. Those who just joined, let me tell you that this is Sergey Baklikov, and today I explored Chelyabinsk. That's the capital of South Ural region of Russia. I need to go through the streets, through underpass. I will try to make it quick because the connection is getting lost. Here under the ground. Okay, it's pretty good. Monumental architecture keep going here on Prospect of Lenin. It seems like the office of the landline phone company. Those landline phones are now experiencing not the best times. I think that at least 70% of people I know, my friends and just buddies, they all turned off the landline phones because everybody these days has the mobile phone and nobody wanna pay the subscription. I mean, like monthly membership. But yeah, you guys tells me that this is Novatec. It seems like it's a gas company. Gas company, not a landline. Oh, and this is late Soviet Union buildings. Late Soviet Union. Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. И вот мы пришли заявить о своих правах. Да, дальше действовать будем мы. Слышишь шелест плащей? Это мы. Дальше действовать буду я. It's красное, белое, red and white. This is one of the biggest chain of an alcohol markets. And there you can buy everything so cheap, cheap alcohol. Cheap alcohol and alcohol for cheap price. Because some of alcohol there is not cheap. I mean, as an alcohol. Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Those who are asking me to go to Chelyabinsk Arbat pedestrian streets, those just joins and never knows that I already been there. It's Kirovka streets. I already went through that, then went to the Square of Revolution, and now just walking the prospects of Lenin. And I want to get to Chelyabinsk tractor factory. Okay, this is Chelyabinsk, the 7th largest city in Russia, with a population of 1 million. A little bit more than 1,100,000 residents. This town is also the city. The city is also known with a nickname like Tankgrad, because in the years of World War II, they are produced a lot of tanks here. They are readapted Chelyabinsk tractor factory for producing the tanks as a heavy KV-1 tanks, as a medium weight legendary T-34, and I believe they were getting this steel from Magnitogorsk, where I've been yesterday. Magnitogorsk, one of the having one of the biggest iron and steel works, not only in Russia but in the world. And the thing is, the mountain that they are using for working on its, I mean, it's as efficient as from 100 kilogram of just stone. They are getting 75% of useful iron ore. This is pretty good. So only 25% in the stones is a trash that they are cleared it off and getting just a clear iron ore that then they can make the steel out of it. Also, it is known as the capital of South Ural, because this is a Ural region, but this is like the southern parts of the Ural. What else? What else can I tell you about this city? I also can tell you that here is like the imaginary border between Europe and Asia. I mean, it's not that it is imaginary. The thing is, Europe and Asia, this is continents. This is not the government. It's not the governments, not the countries. So here is no exact borders, but it's something like about here, you know? Something like Chelyabinsk is located on a border of Europe and Asia. And in the same time, it is also located on the border of Ural and Siberia. Because next to Chelyabinsk, if you will keep going east, that's already Siberia. And actually tomorrow I will go to the town, Tyumen. which is considered sometimes as Ural, sometimes as Siberia. I will keep this road trip, Ural road trip going. Chelyabinsk actually was founded yet in 1736, in 18th century, because the Russian Empire, they wanted to control these lands for a trading from Central Russia to Siberia and more, and even more further, and vice versa, from Siberia from the east to the west of Russia, to the Central Russia, Moscow, etc., St. Petersburg. But the real development Chelyabinsk got when in 1892 the Russian Tsar Alexander III made an order to construct the railway from Moscow to Chelyabinsk, so they got direct connection between Chelyabinsk and Moscow, and yet besides that also direct connection between Yekaterinburg and Chelyabinsk. So a lot of traffic, a lot of trading traffic, economic traffic, it went from Yekaterinburg, from Siberia to Moscow through Chelyabinsk. Then, not to mention a lot of industries here, like Chelyabinsk tractor plants, tractor factory, electric plants. What else? Also, they have their own iron and steel works here. So it is. Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Потому что дальше действовать будем мы. Дальше действовать будем мы. Modern architecture. Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Peter K. Is this Tsoi song? Yes, correct. This is Tsoi song. Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Ray Rear, thank you for historic story of Chelyabinsk. You're welcome, welcome big time. Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Мы живучи, как кошки. И вот мы пришли заявить о своих правах. Да. modern buildings. Business hall. It's called Bovid. Bovid. Bovid Business Hall. Almost like COVID. But it's Bovid. Look, the guys are working on the renovations, even at night. Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Слышишь шелест плащей? Это мы. Дальше действовать будем мы. Ту-ду-ду-ду-ду-ду-ду. Мы хотим видеть. This is Grand Hotel, by the way. This is, I see, okay, like business hall, which is connected with such a tunnel, or how to say, the pass with the Grand Hall. It's called Vidgov. Scott Miller, thank you. Thank you for a super sticker. Always good when you're not forgetting about the super chats. The super chats, which is actually sponsoring these trips, road trips all over Russia, for you to bring interesting and unique content. Not to sit at home and suck the contents of a finger. Look, there's another Ferris wheel, or maybe it's the same Ferris wheel, but seems like different. The police. Hey police, I'm here. You see me? What time is it in there? It's 21:04. It's 9:04 p.m. Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Look, the rain started again. What the hell? Мы хотим видеть дальше, чем окна дома напротив. Wow, you saw that? The flashlights. A flash in the night. A flash in the night. Yeah, 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 yeah. It seems like the forecast, little by little, but comes true. Whoa, thunder. You've heard that? I told you that today they forecasted the rain. And even this thunder and flashlights. But until now there only was the rain. Okay, dudes, now I guess here is where I have to stop and to request the taxi. I don't want to get wet again, and anyway, it seems like there's already nothing more principally new. I need to stand here under the roof, let's say, of this store. Okay. Yes, it's a meteorite city. Okay, dudes. The location number 2 in this Ural road trip is over. If you just joined and never sure what it is all about, it is about the already 4th stage of my road trip. The first was through the Volga rivers, then Golden Ring, then Republic of Karelia and Leningrad's Pskov region. Now this is already the 4th stage, the 4th tour for the last 2 months. And now this is a Ural. I started yesterday from Ufa on a rented car. I came to Magnitogorsk and it was the first point. Magnitogorsk, that's where one of the biggest and most known, most significant iron and steel works in the world, not only in Russia. And from there, I came to Chelyabinsk, which is the 7th largest city and one of the biggest cities of Ural region, along with Ekaterinburg, let's say. And here, I was walking for the last like 2.5 hours. And it's time to stop. I think that for 2 hours I was able, more or less, but to let you know what it is about, to transfer the atmosphere of this, the environment. Now it's time for me to go to the hotel to sleep, because tomorrow in the very morning, like at 6 a.m., I already will leave, because I will go to Tyumen, and this is like 7 hours drive. 7 hours drive, because it's like almost 500 kilometers, and I have to come there and already exactly almost in the same time, but tomorrow I already will stream from there. Okay. So thank you for watching, thank you for all of your discussions here, your chats, super chats. Yeah, stay tuned, keep watching, comment, like, subscribe, keep commenting even when this live stream will turn to just a video, and keep super chatting, keep sending super stickers, and keep contributing to the road trip at my webpage realrussiablog.com/Ural, the link in the description. Okay, thank you and see you tomorrow. My name is Sergey Baklykov. See you. John, thank you. Okay, little postscriptum. With the best wishes from Chelyabinsk, the capital of South Ural. See you tomorrow.